This is really nice. What's this? Holy shit! No, get away from me. But last night you really liked it. No, I was really drunk. Honey, what's going on in here? Oh my god, who's that? It's not what it looks like. This is a dude. Oh my god, again? I'm really sorry, honey. Please don't walk out the door. No, I'm sorry. Hey, I'm not. Stop touching me, please. You liked it last night. I'm alone here. My wife went out that door. I hear her car start up and she takes off down the road. Now I'm here with a dude. He's touching my side. He's giving me a big back hug and I feel his erection inside. I turn around and I say, "No, I thought you were a woman." He says, "And why were you at a gay club?" And I was at the bar. Like, yeah, but it's a gay bar. You know you really want me. He's touching me all over and I punch him in the face. I hear him say, "Oh, you're gonna hear from my lawyer tomorrow." As blood's coming out his face. I sit there alone. And I think about my wife. On a moment of weakness, how could I do this thing? I'm on the ground and crying. Then I start to touch myself to get me through the night. When I finally fall asleep, I count in some sheep. Then I hear the phone start to ring. And I answer it really dramatic. "Who is there? Who are you?" It is my wife talking to me. She says that she's already contacted a divorce lawyer. I say we can talk this through. What about a therapy session? She says I am pathetic and that she hopes I get some AIDS. I'm like, why would I need an assistant? And then I think about the AIDS. And then I'm like, oh, I know what she meant now. She wants me to get AIDS. And now I'm like, I'm sad again. So I lay back in bed. And I realize I'm still horny. So I touch myself again. Then I sleep through the night. And the next day I hear a bang at the door. So I go down to the door and I open it to see her with a man standing next to her in a fancy suit and tie and a briefcase in his hand. And she said, "This is the lawyer." And I'm like, "Honey, are you sure we can talk this through?" "I know we can. I can change your mind about me. I'm not that much of a piece of shit. It was an accident. I was really drunk last night. We can talk this through. I know we can." She says, "I don't want to talk to you. Everything you say to my lawyer." She points at her lawyer, and I'm like, okay. So I look at the lawyer, and I say, "Tell my wife I'm sorry. She doesn't want to talk to me, but she might talk to you." The lawyer says, "I'm by the hour. I don't want to talk to you, no. Your wife is the one paying me, but soon you're gonna have to pay." And I was like, "I'm sorry. I'm very sorry. Please just get the lawyer out of here. We can talk it through like adults." She doesn't say a word. She just goes to the table. The lawyer goes and sits there too, and then I crawl to the table. And I'm sitting there and I'm looking around. "I'm really sorry," I say again. "I'm so sorry. What I did is unforgivable. I know it. But what about marriage counseling? It's got to be worth something." She just says to her lawyer, "Tell him he's a pile of crap, and tell him that he's a loser. tell him that he had sex with a dude. I never had sex with that man. I found it before we did anything. Just a little bit, maybe kissing. The lawyer looks at me and says, you really had sex with the dude? I say, no, I didn't have sex with the dude. I really didn't. I met her, and I thought it was a her at a bar, and that's all I can say about that. Like, so you just bring strange women in here to have sex with them all the time. I do no such thing. I say, I don't just do this kindly. I don't do this every day. It just seemed I had a hard day at work. I was in stress, and I just went to the bar to relax. He came up to me and asked for a good time. So where did you go when the incident occurred? And the lawyer writing down. I said the boy's name was Jeffrey Dong. He said, you say Jeffrey Dong? That is a gay bar. The lawyer looks at me and laughs. And like I didn't know it was a gay bar. It was on my way home from work. There were chicks in there too. They probably were just dudes who had a sex change operation. And I looked at the lawyer and I said, so what are you gonna do? Like, I recommend getting your own lawyer because I'm your wife's lawyer. So I say, you know what? If you're gonna do this, I'm gonna get a lawyer. So the next day I bring in my own guy. He's really good looking. Why did I pick a good-looking lawyer? He sits there at the table. He looks at the other lawyer and then my wife. And then he asked me all these questions. What did I do last night? I said I didn't do nothing to nobody. I just masturbated. It's like, I don't need to know that. I just need to know. You have any more affairs when you're still married, because that's a need to know. You're probably looking at everything, the house, the home, the kids. I was like, I don't want to lose all that. Maybe you can take the kids, but I do want this home. It's like the wife yells and says, this is my house and you are a cheating bastard. So I look her in the eye and I say, please, can't we work this out? See, I even got myself a fancy lawyer. The lawyer looks at and then she looks at my wife. And then she says, I need to talk to your wife alone for a minute. And I say, why, you're my lawyer? He says, I just need to talk to her. I'll be back in a minute. 20 minutes later, he comes back and he has a smile on his face, and my wife's clothes are ragged. And I say, what happened? Why did it take so long? He said, we had a lot to talk about. Then she says, oh, you forgot that I just had sex with your lawyer. She looks me in the eye with a smile and says, I fucked your lawyer. So what do you think about that? And now I'm emotionless. I say, you piece of crap. I'm going to fire you. He's like, I already signed this, stating you give everything to your wife, but you get the kids. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? And I look upon the pages, and I read the fine print. I never signed this. No, I didn't. I swear I never signed this. Said, yes, you did. Last night when you were in bed, I met your wife before. What she told me about you makes me want to kick you in the nuts. I was like, so you've been doing this before? She like, no, he was just a friend. But I knew exactly when I saw him how to screw with you. So I had this signed when you were drunk last night. You thought it might have been a dream. You were laying there in bed and you woke and you heard a voice in your ear saying, sign this paper. That was me and my lawyer, and you signed everything. So I looked back at the paper, and I said, now to tear it up. Do you don't think we have copies? You loser, you really suck. So now I have no home, but I still have the kids. Why could you take the damn kids? She like they're yours anyway. She isn't wrong about that. When we first got together, I guess I might have had another encounter. This time it really was a chick, but she brought home a baby. So now I'm stuck with these kids. She had to have fucking twins. So now I'm in a hotel room and they are acting up. And I'm sitting there and I'm crying. And I think, why me? And I'm alone in this motel room and my kids are annoying me. I send them to the pew. And I sit there and I cry. Now that my kids are gone, I can finally masturbate a bit. Then I hear a knock at the door. I open it to see him. That transvestite who got me in trouble to begin with stands in front of me, looks me in the eye and says, dude, you might want to be checked for AIDS. I say, but we never had sex. He was like, well, you were asleep, and I came back in the house because I left my keys, and you were laying there passed out. So I went ahead and stuck my penis into your asshole. And I was like, you did? And I woke up with a sore ass the next day. I just thought that was how I slept. And I was like, I slept on my asshole. Now I realize. And I'm like, but what about the AIDS? He said, yeah, I just found out. Really need to get checked. I wasn't going to call you, but I thought you should know in person. So I went to get checked the next day. Turns out I am positive. Now I have some AIDS. I told my wife about them. She laughed at me and said, you deserve this, you piece of crap, and now I'm lying in bed. She decided to take the kids 'cause I'm in no condition. I'm laying there and I'm in pain. And the AIDS are eating away at me and I am dying slowly. This seems like it should be funny. It kind of is. If you think a cheating piece of crap like this should get AIDS, then say so, thumbs up. Because it's not okay, but it is for him. Cheating piece of crap. Laying in a bed, suffering from AIDS. He also got hit by a bus.